Okay, guys, we are officially starting our group chat. Welcome everybody here. So in this group chat, we're going to do a good mixed bag of everything. And just to kind of, we've been talking for about 10 minutes before I get this started, but just to catch everybody up to speed, we did a little poll of what everybody's top place to get ads were. So number one place, a lot of people said, Craigslist, Facebook groups, Let Go. Those were the top three, and Marketplace. Marketplace seemed to be the top. The number one place was Let Go. The number one common place to get ads right now is Let Go. When we asked the members the best place to get leads. So if you haven't posted an ad on the Let Go app yet, Cash for Phones, make sure you have posted that. Make sure you watch the videos in the course on that, and it walks you through step-by-step how to create a Let Go ad. Follow it to a T, and if you don't know how to do that, make sure to go here and go to the search bar and just type this in the members only search bar. Just type post your ads, and you'll literally find a thread where everybody posted their best ads on whatever platform they commented on. So you'll find Marketplace ads here, you'll find Let Go ads, and you can get a lot of inspiration, or you can just basically copy someone's pick. But try not to copy a pick on Marketplace or Let Go. Try to make your pick look similar, but if you straight up steal someone's pick, the chance of it getting flagged is higher. So try not to just steal someone's pick. Use it as inspiration and try to keep it very similar to theirs, but don't just straight up steal the pick, okay? By the way, has anybody had a problem with that, stealing someone's picks and then your ads get flagged? If you are doing that, try not to do that. Try not to just steal the picks. Make sure you're trying to be creative and make your own picks that are kind of similar to someone's that works. And that's better. The algorithm doesn't pick those up as much. So another new thing that we're gonna do today is I just started something called the Closer of the Week contest. So earlier today, I made a post in the group that said, post your best closed deal. And whoever had the best closed deal, I was gonna pay them $25 and send it to their PayPal account. So let's pick the winner right now on the group chat here. All right, so I looked through here and I saw, let me see if there's any new ones, by the way. Oh, Taylor's got a good one here. He just added this one a minute ago. Let's look at his and let's see. I'll look at the top runnings. So let's analyze this one. He says, I would like to get a quote to sell my phone. He says, hello, what kind of phone do you have to sell? It's iPhone XS. He said, okay, great. Is there anything wrong with it? No, it is like new. I never took it out of the case, so he said a screen protector. He said, cool, and what company is it with? Do you still have? He said, cool, what company is it with? Now watch this. This is awesome, right? So this was the night before, March 28th, 5:59. In the morning, it looks like he got up, he responded to the lead, and then there's 10:24 a.m. And then look at this. At 4:23, he responds back and says, hey, do you still have the excess, right? How important is that? Taylor, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. Taylor, how important is it for following up, you think, with these leads?
Very important, especially when you're paying per message.
Absolutely. Is that a paid Facebook ad message?
Yeah, that is.
It is. Okay, awesome. So you followed up with this guy, and let's see where it takes it from here. By the way, Taylor just signed up for a new VIP partnership program, so welcome him into that. And he says, I go through Verizon. Okay, great. I can give you $430 for it. And the person says, can you give me $450 possibly? He said, okay, use the How many people here remember that from the group chat? We did a bonus group chat in negotiation and remembered the power of and how important it is to use that. Anybody? Who's used that? The Now he didn't do ... He didn't do ... but the makes the person feel bad almost in a nice way about offering a price that's too high. So I said, it's a great phone. I'd really like to buy it. Would you be able to meet me at $440? So he did move up fairly quickly on the price. He says, I can meet you with cash today. But he's always wrapping it up with the closing question, which is important, right? And the guy says, yes, sir, I'll do $440. Would you meet in the McDonald's on the 20th and be okay to meet at? He says, I don't know if I can make it all the way to Grand Rapids. I'm in Holland right now. Let's see where this went. Okay, that's fine. Can we meet in Hudsonville? Yes. He says, all right, sounds good. I could also do a bill say when I buy phones. Will you or someone with them have a valid ID on? Yes. Okay, I'll let you know when I'm 30 minutes out when I'm wearing so you can spot me. Okay, so that was pretty good. But let's take a look at one of the other ones. You did good on that. Good job closing that deal there, Taylor. I want to see, let's see if someone else gave a little bit more objection. So here's Yevs. Yev did a great job on this one. Let's take a look at Yevs. And then you guys are going to vote. What do you think? Do you guys like this? Is this boring you or anything to go through this, to see this, or do you want to keep going with this and you want to vote on who's got the best closing? You guys tell me, because I don't want to bore you if this is not helping you. Someone says, Bolt best close, keep going. Love to learn your text negotiation. Okay. All right, I'll keep going here. So here we go. This guy responded to Yev's message. I saw your ad for buying iPads. Do you guys also buy Microsoft Surfaces? Okay, so this is cool because he had an ad for iPads, and then this guy actually ended up trying to sell something else. This is why it's always good to buy a variety of items so you can pick up this business. And Yev said, hey, yes, I do. What would you like to sell? And he said, I have a Surface Pro. Believe it has an i5 currently in the box, charger and keyboard. So this is awesome. Yev doesn't even acknowledge the fact that he has the accessories, which is exactly what he should have done. He said, perfect, and what's the condition in it, right? Because the guy is trying to sell him on all this extra stuff. He just totally ignored it, which is awesome. And the guy says, decent, one minor dent on the back, aluminum. Let me check afterward and send pictures. And then Yev says, great, and it's a Surface Pro 3, 4, 5. This is really good because, see, what this is called is control. Yev's using control in the conversation because he's leading them. He's not saying what model Surface Pro is it. He's saying, great, and is it a Surface Pro 3, 4, or 5? So he's giving them very specific choices to pick, which makes it much easier for the other person to respond. Okay, this is a high-level closing technique, by the way. Yev has done over $25,000 in a month, just so you guys know, by the way. He says, I have to check. I got it probably 5 to 6 years ago, not sure off the top of my head. See, this is why it's really important to lead the customer, because even the customer doesn't even know what model it is, right? So let's see where he went with this after that. So then he says, sounds good. Please let me know once you find out. I can give you an offer. Will do. Okay, and then it looks like the guy came back and he says the device is a Surface Pro 3 i5. So really quick, have you guys noticed it's okay to let people come back to you? Like, not every deal happens like right on the spot. So be okay with them, you know, coming back the next day or following up with them, right? It doesn't have to be an instantaneous thing. So here the guy follows up now. He sends a pic. He says it'll power and function, keyboards included. I see now I dropped it a while back. There's a crack on the top right to the bottom. Oh, now he says there's a crack and I disabled the touch function. What's it worth to you? All right, let's see what Yev says. And he says, awesome, I could do 80 for you. Really, really short and to the point. No, look at this. The guy pulled a on Yev. He said, how about an even 100? This is a skilled negotiator, this guy. So let's see what Yev says back to him now. So guys, this is where your level as a negotiator matters in the deal, because as you can see, he's going up against a higher level of negotiator. So if you're not a higher level negotiator, you won't get a deal like this because you're going to turn this person off. But Yev stuck with it, did good. Let's see what he said after the guy said, Yev's response was, I'd love to do 100 for you, but unfortunately for this model and condition, most I could do is 80, but I'm available to meet today with cash if that works for you. I really like this because he builds empathy with them. He says, I'd love to do the 100, right? Rather than arguing, he doesn't argue. He tells them, like, I really want to do this. It's showing that he wants his business. I'd love to do the 100 for you, but unfortunately for this model and condition, most I could do is 80. I'm available to meet today with cash if this works for you. The guy says, fair enough. Man, I don't know if this guy's part of my course or something. He says, fair enough, 80 works. Do you also buy iPhones? I have a 6S and a 7 that both function, no cracks, minor scuffs and scrapes. He says, sounds good. Yes, definitely. When would you like to meet? Now, watch this. This was very advanced. Even though it seems very simple, his response, this was very advanced. So Yev didn't acknowledge that the fact that he had the phones, he just assumed he was going to bring the phones with him. He didn't say, yes, okay, let me look it up and give you a price on the 6S and 7. That would have distracted the customer and possibly blown the deal. So instead of that, instead of acknowledging the 6S, he just said, sounds good, yes, definitely, which means bring them along. So less is more sometimes in the negotiation. And they said, when would you like to meet? He follows that up with a closing question. Remember, we always followed up with the closing question, very important. Guy says, great, I'm in Hillsborough. Where are you? I should be free anytime after 5. He says, perfect, I'm in Damascus and should be available to meet then. Is it cool if we meet at the Starbucks? Okay, so he's meeting at Starbucks. The Starbucks is like the new hot location now for all of us, right? He says, and the guy says to him, oh, you're out in Damascus. Man, he's good with that. I need to be in Estacada Saturday morning. Would that work for you? Jeez, listen to this guy's using all my phrases. Would that work for you? He says, I can meet in your area then. And now Yev says, I'm unable to meet Saturday. Now, this is really good. This is what makes a great negotiator. Yev is sticking to his guns, and he's only doing the deal on his terms. This is important because this shows respect for himself as a business person, which actually makes the seller respect him even more. So he says, I'm unable to meet on Saturday. I prefer meeting today if that's okay and come closer to you. We can meet here at McDonald's. So he's telling him, I can't meet you Saturday, but I can meet you here. Here's where I'm going to meet you. And the guy says, oh, okay, cool. If you don't mind meeting closer, sure, that works. 5:30 still good? So now Yev got to meet him on his own terms. He says, yeah, 5:30 should work, but if anything else, I'll let you know. Also, please bring the phones with you, and I can meet you and give you an offer once we meet. Oh, that is beautiful. Yev is doing everything absolutely perfect, and this is one of the most perfect closes I've seen. And he's using all the high-level strategy that I've trained you guys in the course in order to close. He says, also bring the phones with you. And see, he's not trying to negotiate those phones. He wants to get them because, remember, when the phones are right there in person, he's got a way bigger chance of closing those deals than if he's trying to close them all on text right now. So he says, talk to you soon, and he assumes it. Boom. That was beautiful. And then Yev says, this was an amazing deal. He also brought the iPhone 6 and 6S perfect condition, which I ended up buying for $85 for both of them, and both already sold for a whopping $255. Let's give Yev a hand on that. That was a really good one. This might be the winner. We got one more, though. What do you guys think? How did you guys like that? What do you rate that out of a 10? Saying clap, clap, woohoo, nice job, thank you. Yev says, thank you so much. Kenneth says, that was awesome. That was really fantastic. Now, Yev has a lot of training, just so you guys don't get intimidated. Yev's been trained by me and Aaron live in person at a boot camp at my store. He went to one of the first boot camps we had last year. He's been in the course now for about a year. He's really been paying attention. He's been to every single group chat. You know, he's followed and continued to study the course over and over again. He just hit 25,000 last month. So, you know, Yev is very advanced. So, you know, this stuff does take a little while. It's not going to happen overnight. It's a learning process. But the more you add these little techniques to your arsenal, the more and more deals that you're going to close, guys. Trish says, awesome. So let's look at David Scaramella. Now, David, how long have you been in the course? I think David's on the chat right now. I was really impressed with this. I think David's new, but I'm not sure. But if he is new, I think this is really impressive. Let's look at this text. I'll wait for him to respond there. So the person says, hey, you buy iPhones. So David says, hey, how's it going? Yes, I buy iPhones. Do you have something you're looking to sell? And the guy says, yeah, I have an iPhone 8 Plus perfect condition. So he says, okay, cool. No, I like that because he's acknowledging. Remember, he's building rapport. Okay, cool. No cracks or anything. Keeping it nice and simple. I like that. And he says, also, what carrier did you use it with? Not even a scratch. I just got it a few days ago. I didn't like it. So this is pretty good. Let me see if David responded to that, if he's new or not. David says, only a month. Fantastic. Good job, David. This is excellent. I can tell you're still a little new by some of the responses, but this is very good for being first month in the course. Very good. So they said sprint, and he says, okay, perfect. I could do 230 for you today. Is that fair? Now, David is using cookie cutter text right from the text and rebuttal script and the objection group chat we did last week. Do you guys all remember this lines? I actually wrote this stuff out on a Word document right here, right? And I remember we typed out the objections. He's using these line for line. So in case you wonder if these work, guys, they do. And the guy said, honestly, I'm trying to get close to 400. He said, dot, dot, dot. There it is. Perfect. Beautiful. And he made him wait. Look at that. He made him wait a minute. I like it. Making the person wait is a strategy in itself because it makes him sweat the deal. Now he gives empathy again. He says, I really love to give you the 400, but as a reseller, the market won't allow me to go that high. So I really love that. He's blaming it on the market. That's called a third-party close. So that way he doesn't feel like the bad guy. It doesn't make him look like the bad guy. He's saying just the market doesn't allow me to go that high, but I can give you an easy 200. I like how he threw that line in, an easy 230 and make it an easy transaction for you. Does that work for you? See, now, this is fantastic, David. This is awesome. For being just a month of the course, I can tell you really watched the course videos, you joined the group chats, you paid attention, because I can see you using a lot of the strategy here. I think that's fantastic. So he says, I really love to give you the 400, which shows the person he still wants this deal, just like Yev did, right? And he says, as a reseller, the market won't allow me to go that high. That was an advanced technique that I taught in a group chat before. And then this line I didn't even teach. So he came up with this himself using the strategies. I give you an easy 230 and make an easy transaction. Does that work for you? He wraps it up with the closing question. Remember, we always want to have a closing question at the end. And the guy says, can you do an even 300? If not, I understand you got to get yours too, but I can't do 230. That's a little low considering I literally just got the phone. Let's see how he responds to that. So David follows up, dot, dot, dot. Again, that works, guys. It's powerful. 300 is really tough. I really want to do it to give it. I really want to give it to you. Again, building empathy. I really want to give it to you. But after fees and shipping, I'd probably end up breaking even. This was word for word, guys, word for word what we did on the group chat last week, right? It's like literally what we said, we came up as a response. Oops, what happened to that? But after fees and shipping, I probably end up breaking even. How about this? If you can come to me, I'd be willing to go up to 240. What works for you? Now he's giving them a choice. This is beautiful. When you put the power in their hands and you say, I can come to you and do this, or you can come to me and do this, what works for you? Chris uses this strategy to get people to come to him all the time. And this is a fantastic psychological closing technique. The guy says, I'm sorry, I was at work. It looks like he responded 4 hours later. Now, again, remember, guys, the deal doesn't always happen immediately. So see this? This was 4 hours later, and he's still getting the deal. So don't negate or neglect these people that respond later on. These are deals. The guy says, I'm sorry, I was at work. Where are you located? And he says, I'm in Middletown. Would you meet me in Hartford? Boom, looks like you closed the deal. I don't see the rest of the text for that, but I assume that you got that deal, David? Did you end up closing that? Taylor says you're going to want to read the rest of my text. Okay, we'll go through one more of yours, Taylor. All right, so let's see. Let's do Taylor's. So far, what do you guys think? Who's in the winning for the closer of the week contest? What do you guys think? You guys vote so far. I mean, you guys all did a fantastic job. Taylor, David, Yev. I mean, you guys all did great. It is a tough one. I mean, being honest, I think Yev did the highest level strategy, but he has been in the course for a year. But I do think Yev used the highest, most advanced negotiation techniques in order to close that deal. And he actually made that deal look really easy, where it could have went really bad and he could have lost that deal. So some of those were like so simple that like he made it look easy because he's so good. So I think Yev is in the running for the close of the week. Let's see. Tyler, I looked through Tyler's. Tyler was great. You guys can look at this thread. The only thing is this person said yes fairly quickly, and that's the only reason why I didn't pick Tyler's to go over. So Tyler, great job. I don't want you to think I didn't think you did a good job. You did fantastic, but it's just that person didn't give a lot of objections and you closed them. So it's the only reason I didn't use yours there. So great job, by the way. And same thing with you, Sam. You only had the guy just basically said yes. So I'm looking for the ones that kind of said no a few times to close them. And that's so as a good example for the rest of the members. So Taylor, where's yours? Which one's the good one for you? How many text messages up? Let's see if we can find it.
So basically, after I closed it the first time, I had to re-close it 2 times, and it took me 3 more days to meet up with them to actually buy the item.
Oh, okay. So it didn't end there on the first one.
No, not at all.
Okay, so he said, okay, cool. Can you save me some time? Will your sister be able to provide a valid ID for the bill? Yes. Oh, okay, so, well, it keeps going. Wow, all right, let's do this. This is a good learning experience. Okay, cool. Where is it? Probably meet tonight. I don't drive. Oh, geez, you really did work hard to close this one. Cool, we're still on for day, yes. Which McDonald's would you like to meet at? I really like McDonald's because they're everywhere. Just let me know. This is what Taylor was saying. Let me know. It's going to take me like 30 minutes to get there. Sorry, I was taking a nap and overslept. See, so this girl is just not responding like hours at a time to Taylor. And he said, still want to meet up. So he's following up again with her. He had to follow up with her twice. And by the way, usually if you have to follow up with someone once, you do have to typically do this to keep closing them. But it's worth the money. You know, if you need the business, it's worth following up. So then the person says, can we do it tomorrow? He says, yeah, we can. When would work for you? Then they said, I could probably meet tonight. I don't drive, so I have to find someone to take me. Oh, boy, one of these people. And then he says, you have an ID, though, right? And the person says, no. He says, it's all good. Is there a store or gas station that's close to you we can meet up? I come to Grand Rapids. Okay. Let's see what he says after that. When you thinking? Like 4 or 5. My sister works first, so she doesn't get out until 3:45. Says, okay, you come to me and save me some time. I'll do it for the $450 you're asking for. Will your sister be able to provide a valid ID for bill of sale? Yes. This was a great strategy. He got her to sign the bill of sale, even though she didn't have an ID. So great job on that, Taylor. That's fantastic because that's piecing a deal together. Remember the 5 elements of negotiation? One of them was gathering data. So he gathered data that the sister was going to come, and he pieced the deal together by getting her to give the ID. So that's fantastic. Great job on that. So she said, yes, she's got an ID, and okay. So then he says, is it cool if we meet here? He gave her some address. I don't know what that is. That must be McDonald's. She said, yes, okay. Hey, you're still heading this way. Wow, this is like 2 days later. She's like, okay. And then, okay, just let me know when you head out and meet you in the McDonald's. Okay, my sister said she isn't able to take me. He said, that's fine. Would she meet in Holland with you? Yes. When would be a good time for both of you to meet? Can you come tomorrow? I got to give you credit, Taylor, because I might have just given up at this point if someone was this flaky, but you stuck with it on this one. I might have moved on to other leads, but I think this is a great job that you stuck with this and you still closed her. So let's see what happened next. That was that one. Let me move to this. Okay, can we do the one on River Ave? River Ave works? Yes. Okay, I'm heading that way now. I'll let you know when I'm 15 minutes away. Sound good? Okay. So he's leading control, saying, I'll let you know when I'm 15 minutes away. Sound good? The only thing I would have done, Taylor, are you there? I don't know if you can still talk or you're following.
Yeah, I'm here.
So you know what? If you get someone like this in the future, right, you want to try to commit them a little harder and be like, are you definitely going to be there? Because if you're not, please don't tell me. Just let me know when's good for you for sure, and then we can set it up. That way you're not playing games with them.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I don't really like playing games with people like this.
I was getting really annoyed on this one, but I made like $200 off of it, so I was just really pushing for it.
And that is good. You do typically make a lot of profit with these people because guess what? They're so flaky, the competition won't want to buy from them anyways. But you can get them to be a little less flaky sometimes if you commit them and be like, hey, what was her name? Does it say? I don't know.
It was a guy. It was a kid. He's like 16, and then his sister is 19.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. Usually when they're that age, they tend to be a little bit more flaky. But that's good. You closed them. And you got the sister to bring the ID, and she still came and did it, right?
Yep. So
I would just come in and say, please let me know because I'm really busy. I have a lot of deals, and I really want the business. But please, make sure that you're definitely going to make it this time. It says, okay. And then you said, I'm wearing a hoodie. I'll be there in 10 minutes. I'll be inside. I'm inside. Boom. And you bought the phone.
Yep.
Fantastic. That was pretty good. Great job. That is a good one. That's a different type of close. So that one is just following up and be persistent. I'm going to let the audience vote and see, what do you guys think? So the choice is between David, Yev, and Taylor. What do you guys pick? Who's your vote? Everybody comment in the chat who your pick is for the closer of the week. See, Nate says Yev, Kenneth says Taylor, Jay says Taylor, Sam says Yev, Robert says Yev, David because he needs the extra 25. Yev got mad money already. Ray says Yev, Mike says Yev, Rico says Taylor, Mike says Taylor for endurance. Yev, but Dave deserves it. Taylor. Oh boy, a lot of people are coming in for Taylor now all of a sudden. Yev, this is a tough one. Let me see. How many did Yev get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Taylor got, so it looks between Yev and Taylor right now. And David, got to give you credit for being in the course for a month. You absolutely deserve an honorable mention on this. You did a great job with that close. I want to say fantastic job. So Taylor got 2 votes here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It looks like Taylor made closer of the week. So congratulations, Taylor. You got the closer of the week contest. I owe you $25. So send me a Facebook message with your PayPal email. Don't do it right now because I'm sharing my screen, so everybody will see your PayPal. Do it after the group chat, and then I'll send you over the $25 for you. Congratulations. And thank you, guys. Thank you, Yev. Thank you, Dave and Sam and everybody else who commented on the post as an example. This was a great example for everybody to watch and learn. Did you guys enjoy this? Do you want to do this every week? Go over a closer of the week like this? Do you feel that would helpful, or would you guys, is this a good once a month thing or something like that? Jay says, I love this contest. Someone says, good job, guys. Said, I love it. Thank you. Yes, that would be cool. Keep it going. Yes, very helpful. Okay, so once a week or once a month? You guys type in the chat. So it says, this is a good contest. Closing often is great, so keep it going. Once a week, every week. Okay. All right, guys. Awesome. We'll do this maybe once a week then. Maybe bi-weekly. Once a week or bi-weekly. I think that's a good idea. Once a week. Wow, everybody really loved this. Good. That's awesome. I'm glad this was helpful for you guys. And thank you for everybody who participated. Now I'm looking for new people for next week, guys, to participate. So if you learned something, I want you to apply what you learned today, and you be the closer of the week next week. Okay? So I'm happy to have Yev or Taylor or anybody else screenshot again, and if they win, they win. But let's get as many people as we can to close deals and participate. All right. So let's take one person here that's struggling right now. Let me see if I can answer some questions, and then I'll go into general questions with everybody. So really quick, guys, let me get who here needs some help? Who's struggling and wanted to talk to me tonight and get some help? That's fairly new, been in the course maybe like less than 3 months or something like that. Nathan is saying he's struggling with Craigslist. Anybody else? So Nathan, can you unmute yourself?
Hey Dave, how are you doing?
Hey, how's it going, Nathan? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. So I lately I've been trying to step it up. The good news is I've been getting my Craigslist ads to stick. I've been getting a few flags here and there, but nowhere near as bad as in the past. The problem is I'm not getting very many phone calls.
Okay, so really quick. So sometimes the question people ask is not the answer that they need, if that makes sense. So I want to ask you this before I answer that question for you, Nathan. What other platforms are you posting on, and how often are you posting on?
Okay, so I get easily distracted. So I made it a point to focus primarily on Craigslist, but I've been haphazard about posting on LetGo. I think I really need to get back into, doing that because some of my best deals have actually come from there too.
So, if you're fighting with the platform and you're doing everything you can, you're not getting results, just switch to a different platform. Sometimes Facebook groups are where everybody gets their leads. Sometimes it's Craigslist. Craigslist is great, but if you're not getting there, why don't you for all that work that you spend on Craigslist, why don't you just post 2 ads on LetGo every day?
Yeah. Well, I seen you, I've been really hammering the videos really hard, and I saw your results on Craigslist. And so I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm going to do paid ads. I'm not going to pinch the penny to, make the dollar.
Well, actually, no, for Craigslist, we're not getting our number one lead source right now is Facebook ads and LetGo.
Really?
Facebook ads and LetGo. Yeah. We don't get much from Craigslist right now anymore.
Really? Wow.
Yep. Yeah. We literally get so many leads, we can't respond to them at the end of the day with paid Facebook ads and LetGo. Yeah. Like I said, we have 6 LetGo accounts right now that we're using. Any reason why you're not posting on LetGo? Is it just like you wanted to focus on Craigslist or like?
Yeah. I've been binge watching a lot of the Craigslist videos lately, and I just thought, I would get focused on it because at first I wasn't putting as much effort into it as I was supposed to. And so I just decided, you know what, I'm going to focus on this platform, get the foundation laid. And then once I get some momentum going, then I'll go all out on the rest of the platforms. So,
guys, just so you know why I'm coaching Nathan, this applies to everybody else. So if you're struggling with a particular thing, like if Craigslist is not bringing you leads, go to LetGo. Try Facebook groups. How many people here are winning with Facebook groups, like doing really well with Facebook groups? Let me know if Facebook groups are doing a good job for you. David Kilgore says, yes, exclamation point. Jay says, I have. So I say, yes, Chris is definitely crushing it. So guys, Facebook groups are also fantastic, and they generate leads immediately. Are you using Facebook groups right now, Nathan?
I wasn't as consistent with that. I'd post for a few days, and then I wouldn't get a whole lot of responses. And then so I just, was going back and forth, So it's more of an issue with consistency.
So here's what I would do. So someone says, I got the impression at the beginning of the course, Craigslist was your number one preference. You're right. And I maybe have to change the course around a little bit. It's a lot of work for me. But that's why I'm telling you guys on the group chat right now that, times change. And that when I filmed that course, that was about 1.5 years ago. And now we've shifted more towards Facebook groups, LetGo, and paid ads. When I filmed that course, we were only doing 15 to 16,000 a month. And right now we're averaging over 40,000 a month. So as you can tell, it's working really well for us, just so you guys see where we're at. And this is not to show up, but just to show you what I'm saying is working pretty well. There's our sales the last 31 days. So, it's been doing pretty good. So Facebook ads has been great, and LetGo has been fantastic. And then Facebook groups are awesome. So Facebook groups, a couple strategy for Facebook groups. I see a lot of people posting pictures of themselves with cash and phones, and that's been working really good, I hear. By the way, who has tried that? Who's tried taking a picture of themselves with cash and offering that? That's been working really good it's because it's like a pattern interrupt, and people see a face, so they like that. Also, if you want to get some Facebook group posts, go to that thread in the private members group and type post your ads, and you'll get a lot of ideas from those ad picks that are in there. Okay. So Chris said he posted a pic. He got 30 leads in one day. Chris, can you talk about that really quick? This is great to share. Do you mind talking about that, Chris?
Yeah.
So Chris, that was a pic that was like, it worked so well it got you hate on the pic, right? Or something? Was it?
Oh yeah. So it was a picture that was actually set up kind of funny on purpose. Like it was in my living room that doesn't have like any carpet, and there's like a really old TV in the back of the background.
Everybody's saying, can they see the pic? Do you mind showing them the pic?
Yeah.
Here, just I'll pin the post. I'm gonna pin the video on you right now. Can everybody see a big picture of Chris? Can you see Chris clearly? Just show them the picture on your phone or something like that. Everybody's saying we need to see it.
I'm not sure if I'll be able to find it. It might take a minute, but.
So Chris posted this, and you got 30 leads, and this is from strictly Facebook groups, right?
I don't know if you're gonna be able to.
This pic. Move it up just a little bit, Chris. Move it up just a tiny. There you go, right there. So you've got cash, and you're sitting in front of a mirror, and you're holding cash, and you got a couple phones in front of you taking a picture, right?
Yeah, and then there's like my really old TV in the background, and like our really dirty, like not dirty, but it's kind of stained couch. And like, so I did that so people like would hate on it and keep my post at the top. And it did. It worked really well.
Chris, what are your sales for the month?
20 to 30,000.
Good job. Excellent. Okay, guys. So thank you, Chris, for sharing that. I appreciate it. So by the way, so guys, I'm sharing this so that way you see what's working. You can see what's going well with the other members, and you guys can apply it to know like this stuff works, and don't be afraid of haters, because haters sometimes actually promote you. Like every time someone hates on your comment, the Facebook algorithm, the more comments you get, the more it actually gets boosted. So whether it's a bad comment or a good comment, it actually boosts your post even more. So don't feel bad about people like, this guy's a scammer, he lowballs, blah, blah, blah. People actually check you out even more when someone hates on you, because people just are attracted to drama in the first place. So they start reading it. Have you ever seen an ad where someone called someone a scam, and you're like, oh, I got to read this and check it out, see if it really is a scam, And you start looking, and you're like, actually, this actually doesn't look that bad. So anyways, a lot of people get afraid of hate or, like people, making bad comments on the post, but believe it or not, sometimes it actually drives more business. Chris says, I actually already almost hit $6,000 in just 2 days. Good job, Chris. Fantastic. Okay. How do we get off? So Nathan, so you still there, Nathan?
Yeah, I just muted myself. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. So did that help you a little bit?
Yeah. Well, sort of. So are you saying that maybe Craigslist is dead at this point, or?
I'm not saying it's dead. Definitely when we post a lot of ads on Craigslist, we do get some more calls. I'm just saying don't make it your only option. Right now, there's a lot of options. You want to fire on all 4 cylinders if you can, But if it's not working, go to something where you know for sure is working. Like if you knew Letgo got you deals, why would you not just go all in on Letgo when that's what was getting you business in the first place? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to get back to another reason why I wanted to get back to Craigslist ads is because I feel like I'm a better phone closer than I am through text. So that's another reason why I want to get back to it, because I really want to get back to getting my phone to ring off the hook,
Yeah, absolutely. So do that. And again, continue with Craigslist, but try Facebook groups, Marketplace, and Letgo. You got to work on that, Nathan. All right, get those leads in.
Okay.
Because that'll give you the immediate reward, and then you can work on just optimizing each one. Did you know you can actually, guys, you can create multiple Letgo accounts if you just get a junk phone. Get like a junk phone connected to Wi-Fi. You can have 1 or 2 accounts. We have like 6 of them. So you can almost create like endless amounts of leads that way if you want. I'm giving you guys the good stuff here. Someone says, Dave, I did that this week. Great job. Okay, that was great, Nathan. Does anybody else want to come on and talk about that struggling or has any problem? Time Flip says, I do. Okay.
Thanks, Dave.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hey, Dave.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
How you doing?
I'm good. It's fun nice to finally meet you this way.
You as well. And what is your name?
So my real name is Asim Maddox.
Asim?
Yeah.
Hi, nice to meet you, Asim.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So the thing I'm struggling with is kind of like where the position I'm in right now, because I came on tonight real quick. I actually have to go to work in about like 20 minutes. So I work really weird hours.
Mm-hmm.
So like most of the weeks out of our rotation, I'm working that I wouldn't even be able to call anyone anyway. So, and then when I do work, I work like 10-hour shifts. And the problem that I'm running into is like every other Craigslist ad that I'm doing that's non-paid is getting flagged. So I took a break from the non-paid ads and then I just tried paid ads.
Okay.
And then I only got like 2 or 3 leads from I did about maybe 12, I would think it was about maybe 12 ads, 12 or 15 ads. So Let Go has constantly been giving me people. But the thing about that's kind of weird too is I've been getting people from all over. Some people I've gotten from New York. Other people I'm getting from like Washington, D.C. So the furthest I've gone is I'm in Maryland. But the furthest I've gone is I just went to PA, to Pennsylvania. And the issue I'm having is like everyone is really kind of scattered and I'm not really getting a chance to get to the higher end phones, like anything above a 7.
How many phones have you bought and sold so far?
So I've bought about, I think I've bought about 15 or 20 total.
15 or 20? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I've only sold 2. I've sold 1.7 that was a 256 gigabyte. And then I sold an old Galaxy 4 Note.
What happened to the 13 that you bought?
So the thing is, I listed and they weren't selling. So I just finished talking to Bob the other day when someone flaked on a buy, and he was saying, try delisting and then relisting because after a week they get dead.
That works good. And then just drop the price. But what type of price points are those phones at? Are these like cheap flip phones or something like that?
Okay, so they're not flips. They're a lot of them are like LG. Some of them are like LG Stylo. I do have 2 iPhone 7 Pluses, but I just don't have a lot of people that have iPhones above 5s or 6s in my area.
So what's happening, Asim, is that I think you're just new and you're not good at the negotiation or closing. I'm sorry, no, I don't mean to say it that way. Not that you're not good, but you got to improve your negotiations and your price. Because what happened, because you should be definitely getting more phones if you're getting a lot of leads like that. I think what it is when someone's new and they're not good at getting the deals or appraising, they lose a lot of good deals without realizing they're losing the good deals.
Okay.
They're only picking up these junk deals because those are the only people that are willing to sell and work with you because you don't really know what you're doing just yet. So like nobody else will even buy those junk phones. So they're pawning it off on the new guy is what's happening. Does that make sense? So as you get better and you level up your skills, you'll start getting these better phones like that, right? But to get the better phones, you got to be sharp on your appraisals, which means like you got to be within $5 accuracy. You know, like if I tell you to do an appraisal, you got to be on the bullseye within only $5 off, because that's how you beat the competition.
What are you waiting for?
Oh, I got to mute everybody really quick. A scene that just done. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, there we go. So, so if you're having the same problem as the scene, the problem is just your appraisals are probably off, and you're probably either not offering enough on the higher phones. So let me test you really quick, a scene. Okay. Let's say I call you up and I say I got an iPhone 7, and it's got a cracked screen and it's for T-Mobile. You tell me how much you're going to offer on that.
Okay.
Tell me what you think it's going to sell for on eBay.
Gotcha. Okay. What gigabyte is it?
Okay. Does everybody see why a scene is not getting deals now? So what do we not want to ask when we're doing a deal? Does anybody know? So number one thing, sorry, I don't mean to put you on the spot, Scene, so don't feel bad.
No problem.
I appreciate you, by the way, coming out. Don't ask for the gigabyte, okay? Because
I actually typically don't, but I don't know why I did just now.
Oh, okay, all right. So just go ahead and give me an answer, just like I was a real customer.
Okay, so there's a crack. Is there a crack on the screen or is a crack on the back?
Do you normally ask that?
I do.
Don't ask that. It's too much. Just assume all the basics first, and then
Okay.
finalize once you get the deal. Because the more complicated you make it up front, the less
Uh-huh.
chance you have of closing those deals as seen.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I can do $45 for that.
45. Okay, let me just really quick see what the phone is actually selling for, and I want to see how accurate your appraisal is.
All
So
right.
let's see. iPhone 7. So what did you type in to appraise that, by the way? What was your search?
All right. So I'd go bad ESN.
Tell me your exact search, what you typed in for that.
So I typed iPhone 7 bad ESN.
Okay, so this is how you would do it, Asim. So this is,
Okay.
I'm definitely seeing some issues. Then this is why you're probably not getting a lot of the good phones just yet. Because so this is what your search should have been: iPhone 7, T-Mobile, smartphone, bad ESN, cracked is what you should have had. So you just want to have the carrier. Notice I don't include a gigabyte, and then I put cracked, I put bad ESN. And we have a phone here, $129.99. It's the lowest gigabytes. We always assume the lowest, 32 gig, and it's a working screen for $129. Now I don't have another one to compare, but I have a feeling that this, oh, here it is. iPhone 7, 32 gig, 154, cracked bad ESN. And here's another one. iPhone, that's a 128. We can't use that. Here's another one for 130. So what do you think this phone's going to sell for based on what I just showed you? We have one for 130, one for 154, one for 129.95. What do you think it's going to sell for?
I would think to list it for max 140.
I think you're overappraising on that. I would say 135 max, because we've got two at 130 and only one at 154.
Okay.
So you risk yourself overpaying if you go on 140. It's always better to aim a little lower and be safe than to overshoot it. Does that make sense? Because we never
Yes.
want to gamble in this business. We always want to, because the money is made when we buy. Remember that, right? So
Okay.
I would say this is going to sell for 130. So based on a 130 selling price, what offer price do you want to make on that, Asim?
If it's 130, I would say the max I would offer would be $50.
The max? I would offer 50, but I wouldn't make that my max. What would you guys
Okay.
do for a max, guys? Everybody tell me what your max would be. How much would you sell it for, and what would you guys offer? Let me see what you guys all say. Was it 65, 65, 60, 70? Yes. So did you ever look in the course the negotiation script? Actually, let me stop sharing my screen for 1 second. I'm going to show you
Okay.
some things in the course that will help you out a little bit, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Is this helpful for you, by the way?
It is. It is. I know it's a work in progress.
Oh yeah, it takes time, so don't feel bad. It's sometimes is good to know where you need work, because sometimes it feels like nobody ever wants to sell you a phone. But I know if you're anything like me, I know if I know I'm the problem, I can live with that easier than it being like, there's just nobody wants to sell me a phone, because that seems hard to deal with. So
Okay.
this right here, offer making percentage guide, is great. This will tell you the percentages to offer, like a range based on the price. Have you downloaded that yet?
I thought it was between 40 and 45%.
So if we look at that, and then there's also the quick reference guide as well that you can use on these. So if you don't want to think at all, you can also download this quick reference guide, and this will give you the exact offer to make as well right here. Let me see this. So on 120, it's 50 to 60. So 130 would be 65 on that. And let's look at the negotiations, right? So for anything 100 to 150, we offer price 45% of the appraised value. So 45% of 130, and I would even go 50% to be honest, if it's 130. Let's see, 0.45 times 130 is $60. So $60 is going to be your max on that.
Okay, so me being that $10 off makes all the difference.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, because they're going to call around, and if some other guy offers them $10 more, that guy's going to get the deal, and he's still going to make a $60 profit. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Yep. So this is where it's important to be accurate, because if not, you'll get some deals, Asim, but you only get kind of like the suckers, right? You won't get the people with the fair market, and there's only maybe 5 or 10% suckers, I guess you would call them, or the people who don't know any better. But to get the average amount and have a good closing average, you got to offer a fair price based on these percentages. These percentages I've tested over 7 years, and they're the most accurate in order to get a deal.
Okay.
and my own employees follow those percentages. So that will help you. So if you follow this now and you start responding to those better deals, you're going to start closing more of those iPhone 7s, those iPhone 8s, the iPhone X's, because you're going to be more on point with your offer, and you're going to be more competent. And when you're more competent in a negotiation, you're going to increase your chances by far of not only closing the deal, but also getting more repeat business. Because the more people respect you as a business person that knows his business well, the more they want to do business with you. Make sense?
Okay. It does. You're commanded respect.
Exactly.
Okay.
So do you think that helps your situation a little? Like, you feel a little more confident?
I think that helps the one part of it as far as like the negotiation, but what are you recommending to folks that are getting leads that are like, since I'm getting leads and stuff from an hour out from me. And so like the days, like, so my schedule is weird. Like some days I'll have like 2 days off.
Yeah.
And I'll have to work like 4 or 6 days in a row. So it's like hard for me to get up with people during the day. So it's like I've been focusing more on Facebook, and Facebook is now, Marketplace is not blocking my ads as much. Mm-hmm. I took a break from it and focused on Let Go, but now Marketplace. Here's
a couple of things that you can do. If you get people that are far away from you, right? Mm-hmm. So Chris, do you mind unmuting yourself for a second? Chris Kripe again. David Kilgore had a great suggestion. One, you could send them a PayPal invoice and have them ship it to you. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could do that. Chris does that. Chris, you do that? You ever have someone ship it to you?
Yeah, I do that with resellers in the group, and then I've had a guy ship me 2 No-9s that was just like a random lead in Facebook groups.
Yeah, so you can negotiate, and you can say, hey, I'm an hour away, but do you mind shipping the phone to me? I'll be happy to pay you through PayPal. And if they agree to that, you could do that. Chris, you also close people locally, though, that are an hour away from you, right?
Yeah, and I just have them come to me. I had a guy yesterday or the day before that rode his bike an hour each way to sell a phone.
You rode his bike an hour each way? Wow.
Yeah.
That's out of control.
Like my record. That's like my record of like dedication.
So how do you, Chris, can you give everybody like how you lead them into doing that? What is your line, I guess you would say, to get them to come to you?
I just say, so after I close the deal, I'm like, okay, that's great. I can come to you for $10 an hour that I'm gone, plus gas money there and back, and I take that out of the price I can pay. And then I usually use like some kind of excuse to justify that because I don't have a car at the moment. And then I say, or the quicker option is I can meet you in my town and pay full price. And most people rather not lose the $10 that they're gonna lose. Lose the $10 basically for paying for my time to go to them.
And guys, a lot of you guys, some people I saw had commented like $10 makes a difference. It does. You got to remember, these people selling these phones, like they're desperate. They need every single penny, and $10 to them is like their pack of cigarettes for the next 3 or 4 days. It's like a pack and a half, right? And that's like, if one guy's going to give them a pack and a half of cigarettes extra versus you, they're going to, believe it or not, go with the guy who's going to pay the extra pack and a half if it's $10. So this is why it's important to be accurate with your appraisals and to negotiate like that. And it's crazy. These people that are like, they might not have a job. They might have all the time in the world. And like what Chris says, with that lousy $10, they'll do all that work of driving to him for $10. I've had people drive an hour and a half to me because I paid $20 more than someone that was local. Just crazy what people will do if you believe it and you offer it. So
question about the shipping method.
With that, Scene?
I had a question about the shipping method with the PayPal because I didn't know that was an option.
Sure.
So like with that, you're taking a huge risk? Like, so I went on a buy yesterday, and it was at NPA, and I just, because the guy wanted to sell me 7 phones. So I was like, okay, I'll take that hit. I'll go the hour. And then if it's a total bust, maybe I'll be able to get something out of it. Yep. So when I went, I took a look at one of the videos someone posted about fake iPhones. And I'm glad that I did, because the first one he shows me is an iPhone 6, and it was a fake one with that Samsung firmware on it.
Ah.
So he acted like he was totally shocked about it. I don't know if he was trying to snow me or what, but I didn't buy that one. But then I waited, like you said.
Do you tell anybody that you're going to ask for ID before you meet the machine?
I stopped doing that until I closed, like you mentioned before, because I was in the group and I typed that.
Okay.
But after
because usually if you say, I just need ID, you don't get people trying to sell you fake phones.
That's why I'm thinking he may not have known.
Yeah, most people don't try to sell you fake stuff if you're asking for ID. So just so you guys know that, that's a rare thing, but it is good to know that stuff. But anyways, it shouldn't be a struggle to get a deal. Again, if it's a struggle, it's just because your appraisal skills are off and your confidence in buying phones is off. So if you guys feel like you have to work really hard and just to get like one deal in 4 days, then there's something off with your skill set. It's definitely either your appraisals, your negotiations, the way you're closing things, your knowledge about the phones, just your knowledge about the business. It's not all about what you say. It's also about your total competence and confidence with phones, knowing how to restore a phone, walking someone through, leading them to the close. All these things add up to getting more deals. Like Chris, how many deals do you get in a day on average? Like how much do you make profit per day, would you say?
I'm over $300 in profit.
You're over $300 today in profit. Is that right? You said?
Yeah.
Do you like wonder if you're ever going to get phones?
No.
No. So like someone like Deb says, I can't get a deal. So Deb, if you want, you can come on. I'll have maybe the one more person. Deb, if you want to come on, I'll help you with some closing stuff. Asim, do you feel a little more confident now? Was this helpful to you?
I do. There is one thing I would ask, because I know I don't want to take the whole time and I got to roll to work anyway. But could I talk to you about the buy yesterday a little bit more? Because there was a couple more questions I wanted to ask, but I like later, because I don't want to take all the time.
What question is it really quick?
So the thing is that you were saying before that I could have the person ship it out. When the guy ended up, so I got the ID, I got what I thought were all the IMEI numbers, but when I showed up, none of the phones powered on except the like two, and one of them was like run over. So the thing is, instead of giving him what I quoted, I had like $400 that I had quoted this guy. So instead of giving him what I quoted, I bought all of them for around $40 a phone because I didn't really know what was going on with them. Turns out when I get home, the two that I thought that I would make money off of, the 8 and the 7 Plus, were iCloud locked.
Why didn't you restore them?
I tried to, but the one was but the power was out in both of them, and when I tried to do them, I couldn't get them to come.
You can have him get rid of the iCloud lock on his phone, right?
And that's the thing. He said that he had done it, but when I tried to go and do it, the power.
Did you verify it with 6W to make sure he wasn't lying?
Yeah, because that's the thing. I went through all the IMEI numbers before, since it was so far out. I waited till I closed.
No, but you never do that. You never do that. I don't ask for any IMEIs over the phone. I only do it when we get there. And when we get there, I check the IMEI in person only for that stuff. Because they lie to you.
Okay, and that's the thing. I did it beforehand to double check because it was an hour out. But when I got there and whatnot, I couldn't check it because they didn't have any power.
If they don't have, you could just get the IMEI off the back of the phone or the SIM card tray.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I didn't have my little tool to pop the tray out, and it wasn't on the back.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you now, you don't have to defend yourself or anything. I just was saying for the future, make sure you're prepared. Bring a paper clip so you can do that in the future.
Oh, you could do it with a paper clip too?
Yeah. Okay. Guys, being proactive in business is very important. So being prepared so you can get the deals, right? Opportunity favors the prepared mind. One of my best friends always says he doesn't believe in luck. He believes it's luck is when work ethic meets opportunity, right? So make sure you're prepared ahead of time by having that SIM card tray and knowing this stuff, so that way you'll be able to handle that if that pops up better. Now, does that make sense?
I got you.
Yeah. Preparation and work ethic come together is what luck is what he said. I messed up the quote, but so just be prepared, and that will help you in that situation in the future.
Okay.
Make sense?
It does.
Okay. Cool. So Deb, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Deb. So you're struggling with negotiating a little bit. You said, right?
Yes, yes, because I had an ad that I put up. I used one of the guys in the group ad that he asked for. I think he buys all type of products. I use that, and I mean, I got a ton of people calling me, but for iPhone 6s, 7s,
Good.
and X's, I mean, they want so much money. Even like for a 6, they want like $120, and I'm like, okay, this model came that I'm thinking in my head.
Okay, so let me stop you really quick, Deb, for a second. You're taking phone calls?
Well, no, the chat, the messenger.
How many people here get people that want too much for their phone? Give me a yes in the chat. Yes, 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 of course, me, right? So how do you guys, who here has closed a deal on someone who wanted way more than what they should for their phone? Someone says yes every day. Yes, yes, yes. So what's happening, Deb, is, are you still with me, by the way? I don't know.
Yes, I'm here.
You disappeared. So what's happening, Deb, is they're trying to do what's called anchoring you. So there is a psychological, our brain makes decisions on a daily basis, and because of thousands of years of evolution, our brain is created these shortcuts to make decision-making skills, right? It has these shortcuts, and one of them is called the anchoring bias, right? And it's basically or it's also called the contrast bias of the brain. We determine the value of something based off an anchor, okay? So Deb, if I said to you, I'm going to help you close some phones, give me $10,000 right now, Deb, and I will turn you into a phone flipping superstar. How do you feel?
I would be like, wow, I wish I had it, you know.
You'd be like, wow, 10,000, that's, yeah, you're like, oh, that's great. How about if I said right now, you give me $200 and I'll make you a phone flipping superstar?
I would say that is awesome. I can come up with that $200.
See what happened to your brain? I took you from 10,000. You're like, whoa, man, you weren't even thinking about it at 10,000.
Exactly.
And then I went to 200. You're like, sign me up, and I'm not even selling anything to you. So right, so that what I just did was I just anchored you at 10,000, and then I got you down to 200. So what she's doing is she's trying to anchor you at this 120 for this iPhone 6, and you're buying into that. So you got to know your own brain and the weaknesses of your brain. Because if she's saying 120 and you're thinking, well, there's no other way I can get her lower, but that's just a false reality. It's the brain makes these shortcuts, but it doesn't mean it's real, right? So those people offer me 120 all day long, and I close them all the time for 20 to 30 bucks.
I mean, I'm talking to them. I'm going by the script, and they are not buying. I think I had a guy yesterday.
So let's role play. Sure. I'll be the person, okay? Because you can tell me the problems that you're having, but it'd be better if I just practice right now. I can post you live.
Yes.
Is that fair? Do you mind doing that, Deb? Are you okay with that?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So okay, I got an iPhone 6 I'm looking to sell. It's in great condition. I've had the box, since I've owned it. And, all the accessories and everything, it works fantastic. How much will you give me for it?
For the iPhone 6, I can give you $25.
$25? Oh, yes. No, thank you.
Okay. I would, message them back and ask them what price they were looking to get.
Talk to me just like I'm the customer.
Okay. Okay, so what price were you looking to get for the phone?
Okay, so how can we make Deb's response better, guys? So Deb, let's keep it right here for a second, okay? Because I think we can improve that to give you a better chance of closing, all right? Okay. So where are we lacking on the 5 elements of negotiation? Did you memorize the 5 elements of negotiation, Deb?
No, but I have them like right beside my laptop. It's like dying. Well, there's noise in the other room. I have it posted right up.
Make sure you remember this, okay? So what you were lacking there was empathy and rapport, right? So you want to say something like, oh, okay, great. Or I totally understand. How much were you looking to get?
Okay.
Totally understand how much were you looking to get. See, these little subtleties, Deb, make a huge difference, right? If you don't say them, you're going to have a hard time closing the deals. Because if watch this, Deb, if I said to you, let's say you're at McDonald's and I'm like, welcome to McDonald's, what do you want?
Correct. No,
Do you notice a
enthusiastic.
difference?
Yes, I
Right?
noticed it.
Would you want to go to McDonald's that every time they said that they sounded like that?
No, but I put that in there that the home, or I totally understand, about the price. And I mean, I put everything word from word.
So wait, hold on. Let's train you,
Okay.
because if when you do it here live, you're gonna have a better chance, right?
Okay.
So give me a response with empathy. I say, well, no thanks, I can't do the 125.
Okay, I totally understand. What were you looking to get for the phone?
I was looking to get at least 120.
I type that and I wait about a minute and they'll send me back a question mark.
Yeah.
And I would say, unfortunately, the market isn't allowing me to pay that much for that type of phone. It's
Yeah.
it's a 6 and the X's are out. The price that I can give you today is $25, and I messaged them back. And
Okay, so Deb, what I want you to do is I want you to go back and watch the beginning of this group chat where we went over those closes, and I want you to watch it every morning.
Okay.
Watch the beginning of this group chat for 20 minutes a day, okay? Because your negotiation, there's a lot of room for improvement, and I can critique you, but I find when I just tell people what they're doing wrong, they don't get any better. So what I think is better is if you kind of go back and you watch the group chat and see how we close this 15, 20 minutes every single day. Can you promise to do that for the next week?
Yes, I can.
Okay, because when you see the other guys closing it, it's going to sink in more and more, and you're going to see these look for these little differences. Have the self-awareness to just go, okay, what are these guys doing that are closing deals that I'm not? Right?
Okay.
Try to keep an open brain. Don't say I'm doing everything, because if you were, you'd be closing. Right? Can you agree with me on that?
Yes, I believe it's a confidence level. I guess I try not to argue with them about their phone. I had a guy call me iPhone 8 yesterday from one of my ads, 256 gigabytes, and he wanted $400 for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm talking to him, and I tell him the price that I could pay for it. And I told him I think I could pay like $300 for the phone. He's like, no, thank you. He hangs up, and I call him back like you said, but he doesn't pick back up.
You gotta be careful with that technique. You gotta wait until you're really good at to do that type of stuff. If not,
right. He called me. Yeah, I tried.
Okay.
I feel better.
Yeah.
Because I'm so new.
Let me ask you, Deb, are you excited about making money?
Yes, I'm very excited about making money. I guess I've been frustrated because I'm not closing. I'm getting the ads. I'm changing them every day.
What are you excited about? Why you want to make money?
Because I want to be self-sufficient. The job that I'm at now is not paying me the salary that I'm used to, and I am struggling. And so I'm frustrated that I sold my phone that I got for Christmas. I have that money sitting there, but I hadn't purchased a phone. And
what do you want to do? What do you really like, Deb?
What I really like?
Yeah, because nobody wakes up in the morning and says, I'm frustrated at my job. I'm excited to not be frustrated, right? So what is it something you like to do? What you're excited, why are you doing this anyways? What gets you excited?
The thought of getting that 10,000 a month, that excitement. When I hear the guys, I look at the videos doing 30,000 a month. That is my excitement. And I am frustrated that my skill set is not there because I'm messaging all the people.
You see that? I keep hearing that word frustrated, right?
Yes.
That's hurting you. So when you say, every time you say frustrated, you're focusing on the negatives, the things you don't want. And when we focus on what we don't want, we get more of what we don't want. So instead, I want you to replace it with this. I'm excited to learn.
Okay.
I'm excited to hit 10,000 a month. I'm excited to be like Chris Kripe. If you have to take a little picture of him and put him on your wall every day. He's a good looking guy. He stays in shape.
Yes.
All right. Get excited, Deb, because when you're excited, that's when good things happen. Things don't happen when we're mad and frustrated. Right? How many people here find they do really well when they're pissed off? Oh, I'm frustrated. I'm not making any money. I'm frustrated. I'm aggravated. Not much, right? We don't usually tend to do our best when we're in that mood. We tend to do better when we're excited and motivated. Would you agree with me, Deb?
That is true. And that's why I have not stopped posting every morning, because I'm like, this is not working, but I still post every morning. Today was the only day I didn't get a chance to because
So for this next week, I want you to eat, sleep, and breathe positivity. I don't want you to watch anything about the news. I don't want you to discuss anything about politics. I don't want you to talk about anyone or anything bad. I only want you to focus on positive things and crushing it in life. And I want you to do some deep thinking about what you really want for yourself.
Okay, will do.
And watch the beginning of this group chat where we went over those closing deals. Watch that for 15, 20 minutes a day. I promise things will turn around if you do that.
Awesome.
Right?
I'm going to keep at it because everyone in this group that are doing the numbers, I know it comes with time, and I'm just still new to it, and I need to get over that.
Forget everybody else. Only worry about Deb. What Deb wants, what Deb's doing. That's it. And then use the other people as inspiration that you want to get there, but don't feel bad and put yourself down because you're not there yet. You will be. Just keep that excitement, because I heard a little bit of your voice change after I talked about that positivity. Did everybody else hear that? How Deb got a little excited. She got a little giddy, right? Yes. That's the stuff. That's where the magic happens, where you're in that excitement and you're fired up about life. Right? When you want the good things, you want nice stuff for yourself. You want to go shopping and make yourself look good, get some nice clothes for yourself, buy yourself a nice new car. That's the stuff that gets people fired out of bed and deal with BS in the morning. Not getting frustrated and getting mad at yourself, right? So get excited. Keep that excitement up, Deb, just like you have. Carry that on for the next week, and I want you to keep my credo in front of you. Read that. Do you have that credo printed out?
Yes, I do. I have it in my pocket. I have it. I take on my breaks, I look at it and things like that. And
don't look at it. I want you to really read it and deeply feel everything you say with a smile on your face, though. Not, I am a phone flipping superstar. I do 10,000 a month. Damn it. I'm frustrated. I'm not doing 10,000 a month. But I want you to do it like this. I want you to do it with a smile and get excited and really feel like you are doing 10,000 a month. Picture how would it feel when you already hit that? You've already got to 10,000. Like, think about how great and amazing that's going to feel, that you're a winner. You're getting interviewed by me. You're on my YouTube channel. Think about that and picture yourself in that position. Okay.
Will do.
Awesome. Okay, guys. How did you guys like the group chat today? I'm going to wrap it up in a second. I tried to do a little bit of everything for everybody. We did some closing, some ad stuff. So I want to appreciate all the people who volunteered today. It's awesome. It takes a lot of guts to come on up here and talk. So great job, everybody. I look forward to doing more superstar interviews with everybody. By the way, is Kenneth still here? Kenneth just he was our 100th student to hit 10,000 a month. I did an interview. If you guys haven't watched it, it was really awesome. It was inspiring stuff, and he gave some great tips too. If you haven't watched that interview, make sure you guys watch that. I think he took off. I don't think he's still in the group chat here, but it was a great interview, and he gave some good motivation. So if you guys haven't done that, then watch it. Chris says, great chat. Thanks, Dave. Awesome, guys. Chris, thank you, by the way, for sharing the tips with everybody. Is there anything else that you want to share, Chris, to give anybody some inspiration?
It's really just a lot of mindset stuff. Like, working with you in VIP, I just realized like how crucial like mindset and positivity is, and just focusing on things that you want instead of focusing on the negative stuff. Like how Deb was saying that she was frustrated, and then like reframing your mind to basically say, as you said, and taught her to be positive and say that stuff.
You feel that helped you a lot?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it.
No problem.
And by the way, I don't know if you guys saw, we have a new partnership program that me and Aaron are doing. If you look in the post, we're taking some students on. I've got a couple more spots left. I had to close it last week. We filled it up really quick. But we're doing a new program where we help scale you up, and you get to work with us like really close, like Chris did and the other guys did. And we just take a small percentage of the sales. So we at first we were charging like a big upfront fee for VIP, but this time we just take kind of like an eBay fee basically, and we help you scale up. And we had half of the people in VIP hit over 30,000 a month. It's pretty crazy, and 3 of the guys hit 40,000. So if you're interested in that, you guys can message me and send me a message. I only have 3 spots left for this week to add people in, and I might have to close it because I can't take too many people on. I got to make sure we have enough that we can deliver, customer service and value and quality to you guys and stuff like that. But if you're interested, just message me and I'll go over that program for you guys if you'd like it. Someone says, how long is the VIP? That percentage program is as long as you want to stay in it. And then we have a cap. I can go over the details. If you want to message me, we can get on a phone call and see if it's a good fit for you if you guys like. So anyways, that's my my quick plug. And Sam says, Dave, on eBay, you've actually got the same exact phone I purchased today. I paid $130, going to copy you and list for $320. There you go. Awesome. I hope that helps. All right, guys, thank you very much for everybody. We'll see you guys next week, and good luck. Keep crushing it.